Right, welcome to the new studio. So, dividing by fractions. Dividing fractions is not easy. Avoid it, don't do it. Multiplying fractions is very straightforward. Can you cancel this down? No, you can't, so you just multiply it out. 3 times 2 is 6 over 7 fives are 35. 6 35ths, that's it. You multiply the top and you multiply the bottom. Now if you can, cancel it down first. So here, we can cancel anything on the top with anything on the bottom. 4 into 4 goes once, 4 into 8 goes twice, 5 into 5 goes once, 5 into 15 goes 3 times. So we multiply out, 1 times 1 is 1 over 2 times 3 is 6. And that'll be in its lowest terms, as long as you've cancelled down as much as possible to begin with. Now let's try to divide fractions. So 5 divided by 3. Oh, that's tricky. 5 over 3, that's 1.6 recurring. That's not easy. 1.6 recurring over 6 divided by 8, that's 3/4. So 0.75. This is not going anywhere. This is difficult. That's not helping. Don't divide fractions. Instead, we're going to change it to the opposite thing. Instead of dividing, we're going to multiply. We're going to change it to 5/6 multiplied by 8 over 3. Multiplying is the opposite of dividing, and 8/3 is the opposite of 3/8. It's called the reciprocal. Here the 3 is multiplying and the 8 is dividing. Here the 8 is multiplying and the 3 is dividing. So it's the opposite way round. So now we can cancel it down. 6 and 8. 2 goes into that 3 times and 4 times. Multiply out. 5 fours are 20 over 9. That's 2 and 2/9. Notice it's got bigger. We started with 5/6 and we've divided and the answer's become bigger. So when you do a division, does the answer get bigger or smaller? Well, if you do 15 divided by 3, we're starting with 15 and the answer becomes 5. It's got smaller. Division means how many times it goes in. How many 3's in 15? How many times does 3 go into 15? It goes in 5 times. Let's say we did 8 divided by a half. What does it mean, 8 divided by a half? What's the answer? The answer is 16. How many times does a half fit into 8? It fits in 16 times. The smaller the number you divide by, the larger the answer gets. So if you divide by a fraction, the answer gets bigger. Of course, if you did something like 7 divided by 1, it stays the same. 1 goes into 7 times. So dividing can make things smaller, can make things bigger, or it can keep them the same. So what about 12 divided by a quarter? Well, that's the same as 12 times, now what's the opposite of a quarter? Well, it's 4. So the answer is 48. That's how many times a little quarter fits into 12. A quarter will fit into 1 4 times, so it fits into 12 48 times. Here's another one, 6 divided by 2/3. Well, we're expecting the answer to get bigger. It's the same as 6 times 3 over 2. So we can cancel it down. 2 into 2 goes once, 2 into 6 goes 3 times, so the answer is 9. What about 3/5 divided by 6? Well, that's the same as 3/5 times, now what's the opposite of 6? It's 1/6. That's the reciprocal. So, we can cancel that down once and twice, multiply it out. 1 times 1 is 1 over 5 times 2 is 10. Right, here are 3 questions for you. Give them a go. You'll see the answers in a second. Okay, so number 1. 9 divided by a third is the same as 9 times, the reciprocal of a third is 3. 3 9s are 27. Right, number 2, 4/9 divided by 5/6 is the same as 4/9 times 6 over 5. So cancel it down. 3 into 6 goes twice, 3 into 9 goes 3 times, multiply it out, 4 times 2 is 8, over 3 times 5 is 15. And number 3, that's the same as 4/7 times 1/6. Cancel it down. 2 into 4 goes twice, 2 into 6 goes 3 times, 2 times 1 is 2, over 3/7 are 21. Okay, download the worksheet and see how you get on.